Hey, what's up, everybody? Appreciate you coming to my channel. I am RL Melpica, the Eat Coach, natural health and diet specialist. And I know a lot of you are out there wondering, why doesn't your doctor recommend a fruit-based diet? And I'm gonna let you know why. But first, make sure you hit that subscribe button in your lower right-hand corner so you can get updates on all of my natural health and diet videos, including my journey towards fruitarianism and diving into the terrain model and everything fruit based. So appreciate all of you and all the support you guys have given me. But let's talk about this. One of my earlier videos, I had told you how my doctor recommended that I did not eat fruit, how it wasn't good for me. And obviously this was before I started to do my own research and take the power into my own hands. But I'm going to explain to you all why your doctor doesn't recommend a fruit-based diet. And it really stems from the educational process. It's really not a lot. I mean, for most of these doctors, it's not their fault. This isn't how they've been trained. Remember that doctors that come up, licensed doctors, are coming in through a system. So they're only a product of what that system has taught them. So it's not saying that doctors don't know what they're talking about. Doctors are amazing. They're geniuses in that allopathic system. But here's the kicker. They're not well versed in nutrition unless they go out on their own and try to understand that independently. And I'm going to tell you why. Did you know that it took until 1985 for the National Academy of Sciences to recommend 25 hours of nutritional education for anybody becoming a doctor? Think about that. The medical system and the system that has been built in the educational system for doctors that started all the way back in roughly 1910 took 75 years for them to even recommend some type of nutritional education. And when I say some type, number one, it's only a recommendation, meaning it doesn't have to be a part of the curriculum. This is just a recommendation. And we're talking 25 hours when that's roughly maybe 12% of the college hours that they have to take in med school itself. So we're talking a minute amount of nutritional education by your doctors. And it makes sense because the system and the way it's built is built for doctors to focus on the treatment, not the cause of sicknesses, diseases, and such. It's focused on a germ theory as opposed to an internal terrain theory. And there is such a place for that. When we're talking about traumatic events and things of that nature, obviously you have to go to the hospital. You know, you get your arm severed or you get in a car accident or some type of traumatic event. Yes, hospitals, medical professionals are needed. Plain and simple, no doubt there. But when we're talking about nutrition, we're talking about the proactive side of health versus the reactive side. Nutritional education is so important. That's why there's so many naturopaths out there who unfortunately are not getting the time of day, need to be promoted, need to be campaigned for, because we need this education. People need to understand that the power is within them to heal themselves, as opposed to relying on outside pharmaceuticals and things of that nature to bring them back to a state of health. Now, here's the kicker. 1985 I talked about, which is roughly what, almost 40 years ago. A poll in 2010 stated that out of all the U.S. medical schools in this country, only 27% of them have met that recommendation. So I said it was just a recommendation. Another core reason and principle of why your doctor doesn't recommend a fruit-based diet, because he hasn't been educated. He or she has not been educated on it, right? Another survey was taken in 2021 that stated that the average medical student in this country has only received 11 hours of nutritional education, which is absolutely ridiculous when we're talking about health. The two are synonymous. They go hand in hand. But they're not taught, they're not trained. That is not the system that has been put in place. So, power. I talk about it all the time. You have the power, right? You have the power and you have the freedom to educate yourself, to apply different principles, because it's your body. Remember, like when we're talking about a system is going to look at things as a whole. It's going to look at statistics. It's going to look at how do I meet a certain quota. When you're taking that power for yourself, it's about you and it's only you. These are things you can apply. These are things you can experiment with and you can have results with. At the end of the day, you are the one who has the power to bring yourself back to health, because look, your body is a self-healing organism and there's nobody that can argue that. You cut yourself, you see it. Your body will heal that cut as long as you don't intervene. Now, when you start putting Neosporin and you start, adding extra chemicals to the situation, you're not helping, you're hurting. Because your body's going to look for any opening to push out all of the waste that's been backed up for years. Understand that. Understand there's a reason for everything your body does. And once you start intervening and once you start changing that process, that's when the problems arise, because you pretty much push yourself a few steps back every time you do that. So the reason your doctor does not recommend a fruit-based diet is because he or she has probably not been educated on it. By no fault of their own. That's just the way the system is. So if you are looking to make true change, true health changes in your life, take the power upon yourself to educate yourself on the food that you're consuming. Because your cells, which make up everything in your body, everything, that's to the core, unless you want to go beyond that to the atom, right? Your cells are what help you operate, what make you operate. So you have to feed it the quality ingredients, the quality food, in order for you to operate optimally. Your body is, it's survival of the fittest. Your body is going to do everything it can in its power to help you survive. You survive. So take that power and understand it, and realize that yes, doctors are amazing. Doctors have an amazing amount of knowledge when it comes to the system that they've been brought up in. They do. Not taking that away from them by any means. But when we're talking about nutritional education, you don't have to submit to the quote unquote authority. You have an opinion. What you think matters, what you experiment with matters, what you apply into your life matters. Your philosophies matter. You have the ability to research this stuff. I've been doing it for years. That's the main reason I'm doing this YouTube channel, is to help share my light to everyone else that, look, you can take that power back. You don't have to submit to the doctor, to my doctor, who at the time I looked at like, man, I love the way he explains stuff. He's really great. He's really thorough. He's a great doctor. Until I started doing my own research and realized, well, he might be a great doctor, but when it comes to nutrition and health, that's not really his forte. A doctor's forte is to treat, is to alleviate pain, is to relieve symptoms, not to identify the cause, not to be proactive to stop these things from happening moving forward. And once you understand that and take that power back, number one, you'll have a different relationship with your doctor, because your doctor may still be a part of your life, just in a different capacity. And you take that power back and put it on yourself. You put that responsibility on you. And watch how you flourish. Watch how everything around you changes. And most importantly, how you can break generational curses and change you, your life, your health, your vitality, and your children's and their children's, and so on and so forth. Because that's what it's truly all about. So, next time you go to your doctor, listen, be aware of what's being told to you, and bring these things up. And when you get a specific response, understand the foundation of that response. Nutrition was never a major part of the current medical system, and it may never be. That's why you see so many nutritionists and dietitians and naturopaths and things of that nature. Because there's a place for it, because it is not in the current medical system. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, these are my philosophies, things that I've researched. I'd love to hear your feedback on it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button in your lower right-hand corner so you can get updates on all of my natural health and diet videos. And give me a thumbs up if this resonates with you, if this connects with you. And like I said, I love the feedback, so please drop some comments. Peace and love, everybody.